Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the quarterfinal. Springdale Bulldogs and Bentonville West Wolverines face off in this quarterfinal. Winner of this match determines who goes on to the semifinals in the state tournament. Springdale here with the kickoff. Our starting lineup: Eric Guerrero, number 10. Jesus Oropesa, number 2. Gabriel Guardarrama, number 6. Silvestre Martinez, number 4. Diego Flores, number 12. Daniel Navarro, number 3. Johnny Rodriguez, number 8. Edwin Lara, number 7. Johnny Alcala, number 23. Springdale with the kickoff. Cesar Rizzo for Springdale, the goalkeeper. In their matchup thus far in their conference play that they've had to play, Springdale has come out on top every single time they've played. So it's really on West to come out here, and they have a chance of redemption here at the state tournament. It is single elimination. In simple terms, if you lose, you're out. So these teams have everything on the line. Their entire seasons, everything they've trained for is on the line for this game. A couple of new players a couple of players here in new positions, rather. We see Mike Solis now pushing up as striker. We saw him starting off the season as a midfielder, and now he's pushing up as a striker. Really like him up there, especially paired up there with Eric Guerrero and Edwin Lara up top. We have some speed, we have some skill, and so we expect to see a lot from Springdale here in this game. Springdale early on, keeping possession of the ball, looking to keep possession, look for their players, looking for open passes. So early in this game, we see Springdale doing some great work defensively here. We saw number 7 for West coming down this left side and really wasn't able to make anything of it with a lot of pressure from Springdale's defenders. West now coming down the side of the field. Number 12, Diego for Springdale, taking this left side, trying to get possession. He's going to come back and make that defensive run here. Sylvester in the center there for center back Springdale. Great coverage. They seem to be really calm and patient, and that's really going to be a name of the game here because things, as we saw in the last game, can get very heated, can get very intense very, very quickly. So keeping a cool head is going to be vital to these games and making sure that you can continue to play at your optimum level throughout the entire game. Pass back, Springdale with a lot of pressure up top by Eric Guerrero. So a quick point of clarification for the standing and the way this tournament is going to work. We just saw a quarterfinal play out in the game before this. That was HAR-BER and Fayetteville. HAR-BER now moves on into the semifinal against Conway that's going to be played tomorrow. Springdale is now playing West here. West now with an approach on goal. Number 3 for Springdale, getting that ball for a goal kick. Springdale is now playing West here in this quarterfinal to move on to the semifinal, and they're going to be playing the winner of the game that's right after this, Heritage or Northside. Whoever wins this game and wins the next game will be moving on into the semifinals. Number 8 for Springdale, pushing Edwin Lara now on the right side. Taking to get the cut, looking for some options there. You're going to get cracked down pretty hard defensively. Now we're going to get a corner kick for Springdale. There's a lot of pressure in these games, especially for this home team that's hosting it here. Springdale with the header. Goal kick. We see a lot of these players coming out here with their teachers, their friends. Really, a lot of people are coming out here to watch this game. The stadium's starting to get packed as we speak, and so there's a lot of pressure on this team here. Springdale with the first seed of the conference, coming out on top over all the other teams. Is going to get a bye, so they didn't have to play yesterday. But today is going to be really a lot of high pressure. They're coming into a quarterfinal without having played yesterday. So they get a day off, but at the same time, they don't get to really get into the rhythm of the tournament. Sylvester there, good recovery there defensively, getting the clearance from a defender. Throw in now for West. Springdale now pushing forward with some numbers, 3-on-3. We have a Guerrero passing out to Mike. Mike making that run down the field. The goalkeeper coming out just in the nick of time, taking it just a couple of inches away from Mike there, who could have made a very dangerous play. We see some very technical players, very skilled. Beeler's top 3 up there on the top is going to be Edwin Lara, Mike Solis, and Eric Guerrero. They are very, very skilled players. Any opportunity that they have, they will execute on, and they need to be they strike with deadly precision, and West's defenders really have to be careful. And what we're seeing here is they only have one more player up top. They seem to have a defensive line of 4 players for 3 strikers. So one midfielder comes up for Springdale. It can prove to be very deadly for West, and they need to be very careful of that. We see Springdale's playing style is very quick, very fast-paced, very attentive, very dynamic in the way they play. They pass and move. They look at the plays. West now with a free kick, about the 30-yard line in Springdale's defensive half. A little bit too much of a distance for a shot on goal, but certainly possible for a cross here, and that's exactly what we're going to see. Springdale Sylvester is going to get that header on the ball, getting the clearance up. And we are going to see another foul here. Looks like Eric got fouled there in the back, and we are going to see Springdale get that free kick. Now Sylvester will be taking it for Springdale. Long ball here. Mike trying to find service there. Defender for West. He's going to find it there. West now looking to push up. Number 4 here for West on the left side. Lucas Thompson. Foul. Good, some good sportsmanship here from these players picking each other up. It's what we like to see on the field. Number 5 for West, Stefan Gorelli. Jesus Oropeza here going to be taking the free kick for Springdale about the 35-yard line in West's defensive half. A lot of distance here. We see some communication from him. Long shot, it looks like, just over the goal here. We certainly see Jesus certainly has quite the leg on him. We can see that those shots from that distance are certainly plausible now. That's a huge advantage to have. from that distance. That's a very good asset to have. Having the other team not know if you're going to take a shot from that distance, because it is very, very unpredictable to take a shot from there to cross it, especially whenever you have the ability to do that. We are going to see another foul here. We're seeing a lot of calls here for fouls. It doesn't seem to be any malice involved, or it seems to be a fairly calm game, but we do see quite a bit of fouls being called early on. This referee is not letting very many through. He's going to be very quick to call all these fouls. So Sylvester taking it at about the 45-yard line in Springdale's defensive half. Springdale lining up right outside of Wes's goal box there, looking like they can certainly get an attack. And, of course, the ball makes it right where it needs to be. Springdale still having possession of the ball. Mike getting possession on this left side of the field. And it's going to be just out of bounds there. Great effort from Springdale. What we expect to see is just Springdale here waiting to get into their rhythm again. They didn't get to play yesterday. I'm sure they've been practicing and things of that nature, but it's a completely different ball game here. We see teams giving it their absolute all. Again, this is single elimination. Any mistake that gets executed on could be their last. And so every single play here is absolutely crucial, and there is very, very little room for mistakes. But we've seen Springdale, whenever they do get into the rhythm, they are certainly just about unstoppable. And I mean, that explains why they took first seed in conference. They're at the top of the leaderboard in conference. And we see Mike now pushing for Springdale, looking for a long ball here. Just a little bit too long here. We do see these players getting very excited, very ready to be playing and trying to get these goals early on. And that's exactly what we're seeing. We just need to see Springdale get into their rhythm a little bit. And they are certainly a force to be reckoned with. And it's going to be a very, very long day for West if Springdale does buckle down and get into their rhythm early and starts playing the way we are used to seeing Springdale play. Again, the pressure is very, very high in these games, so we can expect to take a little bit. And we are also supposed to expect West to come out and play very, very hard. Mike now stealing the ball here, pushing forward. What will he do? Looking for some options. Taking on this left side of the field. Defender's going to come back and take it off of his feet. Trina Rodriguez there trying to fight for the ball. 18 for West, playing it back. West doing a very good job of cutting off these plays early before they can develop into anything really, really too dangerous. Through a ball here for West. Number 5 looks like he's going to send a through ball there. Good clearance from Springdale there. Diego Flores. Trani looking to play up to Edwin. Springdale looking just a little bit impatient here in their style of play. They are certain of their capabilities, but again, the pressure is on to score as early as possible. You want an advantage as early as possible in these games. Springdale playing out wide. Israel Torres on the left side, number 23, trying to get past two defenders here. He's going to send it in there to the center, looking for a pass. West looking like they're playing a lot of clearance balls here, not looking maybe a little bit too not confident enough on playing on these short plays, playing comfortably and playing out of the back. Looks like they're just trying to get the ball away from Springdale. I do not blame them whatsoever. If Springdale is able to maintain possession up on that offensive third of the field, it will be deadly. Springdale has proven time and time again that they absolutely know how to score goals. They know how to dominate games. So it looks like West here is just trying to prevent that as much as possible, put a delay on it as much as possible. Springdale now looking for a counterattack. Just off target there. Now going to go for a throw-in for West. Gabriel playing out wide to Diego. Diego looking to see what his options are. He sees a player up top. Mike running for that ball. Mike with some speed on him. It looks like he's going to get control of there. Mike dribbling to see, going to center it there to Eric. Just a little bit too wide. We see Mike make some great plays here. Just the touch is just a little bit too off target. Just a little bit out of reach for these players. So, again, this is a fairly new position for him. We've seen him playing holding mid or center attacking mid. And so to see him play up top, again, his versatility is absolutely present. We can see him. He has great speed. And so we can expect to see him continue to make plays here, especially paired up with Edwin and Eric, who are very skilled players and who are certainly a good complement to his style of play. Very quick pass and move here from all of these players. Diego Flores with the throw in. And once more. What we are seeing is now that Mike has pushed up top, we have to see who's really taking out his place. And it looks like Gabriel there is looking like he's best filling the role where Mike used to be kind of a holding midfielder, helping out the defenders quite a bit as well as the midfielders and pushing up top some. And we see that he's opening up. But one thing that we did see Mike do quite a bit, and it was very, very useful for Springdale, was he was quick and had his head on a swivel a lot of the game. What he would do is he would receive it, look at the other cross side of the field, and switch the play, the approach of attack. And it was certainly useful for Springdale. It added that factor of unpredictability. And so if we can expect to see Springdale continue to do that, it will be absolutely wonderful to see them continue to play the way they've been playing. And they got the results from that. They won conference championships, and that's exactly due to their style of play, knowing their strengths and playing to those strengths. Good through ball here from Mike. Looks like Edwin with the ball, with the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper barely getting his fingertips on that, but nonetheless maintains possession of the ball. Great play here. We're seeing Mike do this, and he did this in the center midfield here. And now he's doing it up top where he's getting the ball, bringing the ball down, looking for distribution, looking for those players to give it to. Great turn here from Johnny, looking to see who he can play it to. Gabriel now with the ball, playing out to Edwin. Edwin looking to play through to Mike. Intercepted there. Wes looking to play ball here. Diego asking for a handball there. Referee does not call it, does not see it. Play continues on. Wes now with an approach. Jesus putting some pressure on that. It's going to go out of bounds. Goal kick now for Springdale. Looks like Jesus for Springdale will be taking the goal kick. Great clearance here from Jesus, playing back to Diego. Springdale maintaining possession here. Now West looking with an approach on goal. West with a shot on goal over the net. Springdale now with the goal kick. Communication is absolutely going to be key here. We saw that playing here with Jesus and Diego here at the miscommunication. They need to notify each other on the players that they have marked on, the pressure that they have coming. Communication is going to be a vital key here, seeing that everybody here is amped to play. They're out here with a lot of willpower. They're out here with a lot of passion to score goals, get their team into the semifinals. So there's a saying whenever you're a soccer player that communication is the 12th man on the field. Each team's comprised of 11 players, but if you can have key communication, that's almost as valuable as having another player on the field, because you have somebody telling you the whole time. You have that communication. So whichever team can execute that the best really does have an upper hand in how they can play. Gabriel now looking for a through ball here. Great defensive effort there from West. Springdale still maintaining the ball through Israel. Israel looking for a long ball here. Mike looking to find it in the middle. Shot here from Johnny, deflected there by the defender. Corner kick now for Springdale. Springdale with the corner kick, and it's sent in. Goalkeeper for West getting at him, picking it out of the air. West's goalkeeper is waiting for his players to push up, and when he does, he sends it upfield. Mike not able to drop off and get possession of the ball now. West playing it back to their left back. That's number 9, Evan Holy. Looks like we have a substitution now for West, number 17 coming on. Josh Buxton. Throw in now for West. Goalkeeper for Springdale safely in his hands, waiting for his team to distribute out before he can go ahead and punt that goal kick out. One thing that's going to be super important for these teams is to hold their defensive line. If they let any of these players through, it can be devastating to the score. Seeing that all these players have very skilled teammates. Mike now with the ball, looking for a through ball there, intercepted. We are seeing that West is beefing up their defenses because they know that Springdale has speed. They know they have talent. And so they're really beefing up their defenses, getting ready for those plays because they know that they absolutely have to do that. There's not really much of it left of an option whenever you're facing such a skilled and talented team. Diego there with the long ball. Goalkeeper not being able to get possession. Israel Torres taking the shot. Great defensive effort there from West. Those are those plays, those are those accidents that you need to really execute on whenever you have a goalkeeper who's not able to get his hands on the ball. As Israel there, as a forward, as a midfielder, you need to be able to react just about instantly and get a shot on goal. And it's what we saw, but we also saw a great reactionary effort from the defender there for West, number 3, Ethan Carlson. Now we see Mike dropping back off down to the holding midfielder position. We saw Gabriel coming off, Mike taking his spot, and we saw Alexis coming back on to take Mike's spot up top. Springdale now getting back possession. Mike looking for his player up top, finds Edwin. Edwin plays up to Alexis. Alexis off to the races with the defender. Defender passing back to the goalkeeper. Alexis putting pressure there. Defender having to clear it out to the side. Springdale keep on pushing forward now. Here we have Edwin playing it up to Johnny. Johnny to Alexis. Alexis, 2 defenders. Look, what can he do with it? Going to cross it into the center of the field. Defender having to slide. Israel Torres on this left side of the field. Springdale putting immense amounts of pressure on West right now. Looks like they found their rhythm. Looks like they found their positioning. And we are going to have a foul here. Foul from behind. That's a very advantageous position to be getting a foul at. It's about the 15-yard line from West's defensive half, and we have Eric Guerrero, of course, none other, taking the free kick here. We've seen him score from here before. Absolute ease, upper 90, no question about it. We know he can do it. It all's going to come down to the pressure and whether he can just hit the ball right. It's a lot of pressure, and if he can do it, there's a lot on the line here. Again, this game is single elimination. We have about 17 minutes left on the clock for this first half. Eric Guerrero and Mike Solis line up for this free kick. certainly a shot here. Looks like that's exactly what they're lining up for. All these players getting ready for the rebounds to put it in. If Eric Guerrero with the shot, and it's going to go into the hands for the goalkeeper for West. We saw a little bit of a divergence there from what Eric usually does. Eric usually looks for those top corners. It looks like he was testing out the goalkeeper. Again, certainly a strategy that free kick takers take, looking at their goalkeeper, knowing what they're capable of, particularly in this game. Alexis out, off to the races, pushing forward. Goalkeeper for West. We're seeing this ball maintain a lot of its positioning in West's defensive half. It's wonderful for Springdale. They're putting a lot of pressure on. And sooner or later, if they keep on putting the pressure, there will be a crack that they will slip right through and put one right behind the net. Great communication there from Springdale. Sylvester, center back, talking to his defenders, making sure he's covering the ball. The goalkeeper comes out and gets it. Diego here, re-getting possession of the ball. And we are going to get a handball here. Springdale taking the free kick. Again, while it is a ways out, we definitely see that Springdale certainly has players that got a leg on them. They can definitely reach out to that distance and place it exactly where they want it to be. Now we have Sylvester taking this free kick for Springdale. And we see the players rush in. Sylvester with the floater. Goalkeeper for West having to punch that ball out. Now West with their counterattack. West is number 4 looking for a deep ball there. Jesus getting the header on the ball. Mike coming back and recovering with the player on him. Getting that clearance upfield. Great sportsmanship here from these players. We see getting up on the field, on his feet. And a throw in now for West. Substitution for West, number 18 coming off. And 5 coming in. That's Jesus Hernandez coming off. And number 5, Stefan Grelli coming back on the field. Substitution also for Springdale, Edwin Lara coming off, and we say Rene Racinos coming back on the pitch. That's a lot of speed for Springdale that they have to their advantage. They have Rene, they have Mike, they have a ton of players who definitely have the speed on them and the talent. It can prove to be very deadly, especially with a lot of players who have a lot of technical ability. They have great vision to be able to place them right where they need to be. Great through balls. And so I expect to see this game really start to turn around and things start to really spice up for Springdale. My great defensive effort. They're getting the ball back. Couple players on him, and he passes it back to Johnny. Johnny switching the field up there to Danny. Danny looking to see what his options are. A lot of pressure there from 17 for West. But Springdale maintaining possession through a throw-in. One thing that Springdale really has to recognize and be able to play to their advantage is that they know that whenever they get the ball, they will have a lot of pressure. They'll have multiple players coming after 1 or 2 players for Springdale to get that ball, and that is going to leave open spaces. Springdale really needs to execute on that. Look at players whenever Rene gets it, whenever Mike gets it, whenever we see Eric Guerrero get the ball, we see it that they get a lot of pressure and a lot of players on them, and that's going to leave a lot of open space, and Springdale needs to recognize that to be able to exploit this defensive tactic from West. West with a throw in here. Goalkeeper for Springdale with ease into his possession. And a goal kick for Springdale. Renee fighting for possession up top. Not going to find it. Israel. Springdale really needs to drop this ball down and play to their playing style, which is on the ground, quick and fast-paced, moving off the ball. And so a lot of these long balls that they're playing, a lot of these aerial balls, kind of goes against what Springdale's advantages and what their strengths are. And so they really need to start playing to their strengths if they really want to get the most out of this game, and especially out of this half with only about 12 minutes left. Great defensive effort there from Danny Navarro for Springdale. Ball is in play now for our throw-in. Springdale dropping back a couple of their strikers. We see Renee dropping back as well as Eric, leaving Alexis up top. Really wanting to focus defensively here for just a little bit. Seeing that West does have some numbers to be pushing up. Springdale and West looking to get ready for another substitution. We're seeing Mike come off and Gabriel in his place. And for West, we're seeing number 17 come off, Josh Buxton. And Jonas Pearson, number 7 for West, taking his place. Springdale really not looking like they can get some possession here. Looks like they're looking to still find their rhythm, still find their style of play. And West is making it difficult, putting a lot of pressure on these plays, not allowing them to develop as cleanly and as quickly as they would like. Through a ball here for West, number 16, passing it. Goalkeeper for Springdale. Great read on the positioning, great positioning, coming out and getting in front of that ball. Now having possession with about 10 minutes left on the clock. Springdale now to throw in deep in West's defensive half. Danny with the service in. West now coming back. 5, Stefan pushing forward. Stefan looking for some options. Stefan all the middle of the field. Stefan looking for options out to number 10. Good interference there from Diego coming back into the middle, intercepting that play wonderfully. Good IQ there, reading the play, knowing exactly what was going to happen there. Diego has been very strong in this positioning all season, and he's proving to be a force, especially in this game, where it counts. He's working very, very hard. Whenever he does lose possession of the ball, he comes back immediately to get it back. And now we have Israel playing out to Renee. Renee on this right side of the field. Renee 1v1. Renee, Alexis. Alexis with a man on his mark. Israel Torres on this left side of the field. Springdale with a very dangerous play there, looking to see what their options are. They need to act just a little bit more decisively, play a little bit more quickly if they want to execute on these plays that they have positioning and possession on this defensive half, or defensive third rather, for West. West now, it's ball in the center of the field, looking to make a play here. 10 for West with the through ball. Stefan, great defensive effort there from Danny, coming all the way back. Referee's going to call that play back for a foul about the 25-yard line in Springdale's defensive half. Great defensive effort there from Danny, stopping the play dead in its tracks, coming back. They got that ball behind Sylvester, but no fear with Danny there, coming back all the way, getting that play, stopping it. And now we have West with the free kick. Springdale putting a two-man wall up, looking like they're preparing for a shot. Looks like that's what we're seeing. The wall is going to stop that pass there. Springdale now looking like they're going to get a counterattack. Springdale, Johnny playing up forward, intercepted. Gabriel here looking for his options, looking to play up. Renee on the left side of the field, threw a ball to Eric. Eric looking for some options. Eric and Alexis. Alexis not being able to get that. Great defensive effort there from number 9, Evan Hawley. Intercepting that play to Alexis. If that ball had gotten through, there is no telling what could have happened. Alexis was right in front of the goal and would have had possession at his feet. We're going to see Israel come off the field, Mike back on the pitch, taking this throw-in. Looks like a shot on goal there from Alexis into the hands for the goalkeeper for West. Goalkeeper for West with a long clearance here. Stefan trying to get possession there. Mike taking it. Stefan is going to keep that ball there. West now making a good play here. Mike coming back defensively, trying to get possession of that ball. We're seeing West have a lot of clearances here. Any opportunity they can get to get the ball upfield is exactly what they're doing. Springdale still looking like they're needing to find themselves here in the midfield, as well as up top. We're seeing great developing plays, but they don't exactly, and in that final touch and that final execution of play, we're seeing Springdale maybe a long ball here. Eric Guerrero looking for the left side of the field, and it's going to go in for Springdale. Eric Guerrero scoring the first for Springdale up on the scoreboard, 1-0. 5 minutes left on the clock. Eric Guerrero does it again. He's done it before. He will continue to do it. In previous games, we've seen him score, and here he is again, putting one up on the scoreboard for Springdale. 1-0. Wonderful execution. Eric against the world on this left side of the field finds the through ball. As cold as ice, he's looking for his options. He puts it on the bottom right corner of the goal with deadly precision. Now we're seeing Springdale up on the scoreboard. 5 minutes left in this first half. Springdale now having a little bit of a luxury here with being one up on the scoreboard. Gives them an opportunity to continue to find themselves, to really start developing. They can allow themselves to really start playing comfortably in their style of play. We're going to see a lot of passion and a lot of heart come out now from both these teams. Springdale fired up from this goal, wanting to continue to play, and West having to play just even harder to defend and get on the scoreboard themselves here. Throwing down for West. So what we can see here now is West is going to have to really start to pick up and work double time here. West now pushing forward. A lot of pressure here. 18 for West. Still continuing with the ball. Looking for the shot. Deflected there. Goalkeeper coming out into his hands safely. What we can expect to see here from West is they're going to have to open themselves up. They're going to have to continue to push and be very aggressive and trying to look for that goal because they need to get on that scoreboard. But at the same time, that's going to open them up for an opportunity to get scored on. We see Springdale is very good at exploiting that. We saw one slip in the crack, and we saw Springdale absolutely take advantage of that, get a goal. Eric Guerrero found his way in there, and he put it behind the net. And so we have to really start focusing on the style of play from these teams, start looking at how the goal and how this play starts to affect their playing here. Now Alexis on the goal for Springdale. Great defensive effort there from West with the clearance on the ball. Mike there with the great play, looking for some options. He's going to play it through to Renee. Renee finding the ball, looking to get across in there. Intercepted there by Wes's defender with only Alexis up top, and we really have to be pushing with numbers on plays like that that are very quick. We need to see players pushing all in, swarming the goal with numbers. Diego there with the defensive effort. Great recovery. Springdale's players now dropping off to ready to play in a defensive formation here. Springdale really needs to be careful here. Number 14 for Wes, getting it seems to be not being able to get control of the ball there with the goalkeeper for Springdale. Now with the goal kick, about 2 minutes left in this first half. Springdale needs to start focusing and realizing on the situation of the game and start really to settle down and start playing their style of play and looking at what they're used to, what their opponents are, how their opponents are reacting to their style of play. Here we see Renee now pushing forward with the ball. We see Numbers out to Eric. Renee still keeping the ball on the left side of the field. Numbers now Alexis and Eric in the center. Renee shot here. Off target now, goal kick for West. West now pushing forward. Stefan with the ball. Out to number 14 for West. Matthew Breen looking on the ball. Looking to get some service. Jesus Oropeza there. Sending the ball out for a corner kick. It's about 40 seconds left on the clock. Each of these set plays is absolutely critical to both West and Springdale to make sure that they execute on them. We're going to see Eric with that big clearance from this corner kick. Springdale now comfortably pushing forward, West having to rebuild their play. Mike and Stefan here now head to head. Going to run out of field. That's going to be the end of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, Springdale Bulldogs and Bentonville West with the goal from Eric Guerrero, putting Springdale up on the scoreboard 1-0. Stay tuned after a word from our sponsors to the second half. The winner of the end of this game will determine who goes on to the semifinals.
In Arkansas.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be for you. First Security Bank. Only in Arkansas. First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here, even here, and definitely here. Because here is where we want to be. For you. First Security Bank. Only in Arkansas.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER. Hometown Fresh.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. From value-packed basic apartments with appliances and washers and dryers to resort-style apartment living on golf courses with fabulous amenities. You'll love where you live and play. Visit lindsaymanagement.com to apply online and see photos, rates, and floor plans for all locations we manage throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states. Welcome home to Lindsay Living. Affordable rates, available on-site management, attitudes of service, and amenities unmatched make residents love where they live and play. From value-packed basic apartments to resort-style living on golf courses, we manage options to fit your needs and wants. Apply online at lindsaymanagement.com for locations throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
If you want fast, easy, and affordable service, visit McClarty Daniel.
Keep your vehicle running like new in our state-of-the-art service facilities. We know your time is valuable. Our factory-certified technicians with decades of experience will get you in and out and back on the road quickly. We service all makes and models at our 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale. Open 6 days a week.
Visit McClartyDaniel.com to schedule your service appointment today. Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com. Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
at McClarty Daniel, you're protected.
Drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting where it matters most. Faster care in the emergency room. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale.
When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale. Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means faster care. And because we're full-service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. At Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale.
At Northwest Health, you can check in online for urgent care and ER visits. This simple step lets you pick a time that's convenient and saves your spot in line before you arrive. It's our new approach to the waiting room. Visit mynorthwestanycare.com. At Northwest Health, we're making it easier to see a healthcare provider. Book an appointment online with one of our primary care physicians, or walk right into any Northwest Health urgent care without an appointment. Online check-in for ER and urgent care visits saves your spot in line before you arrive. With options around the region and around the clock, the care you need has never been easier to find. At Northwest Health, we're taking your care in new directions. Visit mynorthwestanycare.com. At Northwest Health, we've made it easier to schedule a doctor's appointment. Online scheduling for our primary care physicians lets you make an appointment at any time from anywhere. It's the new way to book your next visit. mynorthwestanycare.com.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town. To connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise. To always keep it real. To always keep it Tyson.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness centers, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of the quarterfinals. Springdale Bulldogs and Bentonville West Wolverines. Springdale up on the scoreboard 1-0 with the wonderful, wonderful goal here from Eric Guerrero. Found it, put it behind the net with deadly precision, and now we're in for an exciting second half here with West having to come back and score one of their own as well as defend from Springdale, who's been putting a lot of pressure here. Fable starting with the kickoff here. Couple of positional changes here. We're seeing Mike being put back up top with Renee and Edwin up top. We're seeing a lot of speed up top. We'll see how Springdale utilizes that. Springdale's defensive line seems to be holding off pretty much the same with Sylvester, and we see Danny, and we see Diego on the wings. We're seeing Gabriel now holding off as holding mid for Springdale. We're still seeing Israel and Johnny in the midfield accompanying Gabriel. And, of course, Cesar Rizzo in goal for Springdale. Springdale now moving down the center of the field, playing out wide to Renee. Renee with some options up top. Going to be playing there just a little bit too far out of reach for Johnny, but Springdale maintaining possession in a throw-in. Mike there, Johnny, Danny looking for some options. Gabriel there with, looks like to have some pressure, a couple of defenders in his way. Not going to stop him, looking for some options there. Deflection there from number 8 for West, Cole Caples. Goalkeeper for West, Leighton Hole, going to get that goal kick. Setting it upfield, West now with a throw-in. Clearance here from Sylvester, sending the ball upfield. Mike looking to find it. And it's going to be a little bit of a late tackle there. We are going to get a foul. I don't think we're going to see a yellow card coming out here, but the referee is going to have a word with Israel and make sure he keeps his head cool and that we don't see any cards. Free kick here from West. Sending it in for service. Wales still having possession of the ball, number 5 there for West. Stefan looking to see what his options are. Clearance from Danny. West going to find it, continue to push in. Number 8 for West, kind of push in. Ball still being fought up back in Springdale's defensive area there. Having to come back, Mike dropping back down to get the ball there. West maybe looking for a through ball here. It's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. Springdale looking to be fairly calm here, fairly maintained, and looking at their positioning. West pushing very, very hard, needing to get this goal on the scoreboard, and they're doing so, pushing very hard. We're going to see a play on the ground there. Diego, referee is not going to call that a foul. Renee and Mike push forward. Renee looking for that through ball, wasn't able to get it past the defender there, number 3 for West, Ethan Carlson. 8 for West, pushing forward around. West now pushing with some numbers. Springdale is looking just a little bit disorganized here in the back. They really need to get that communication back on track if they really want to be effective here in the defending, especially since West now is pushing very, very hard to try to get a goal of their own. Israel on this left side looking to play here. Renee back to Israel. Israel looking to find Renee, pushing forward here. Renee taking on a wonderful play there. Springdale still pushing forward. Renee looking for a ball here out wide. Mike finds it out wide. It's going to be throw in here for Springdale. West now looking for a counterattack. Not able to find it. Jesus is going to pick up that ball. Look to see what his option is. Going to play it up to Mike. Mike and Danny here find themselves looking to make a play. Danny pushing forward, Mike holding back. Mike with the service here, looks like no one there to find it. Ball in the wing here for Springdale. Sylvester intercepting that ball wonderfully. West now with the throw in. Diego there looking to get that header and push it forward. Gerba with the clearance. Mike not able to connect there with Renee. We've seen several opportunities now for them to make a play. Renee now pushing with the ball forward. Israel pushing. Renee down the center of the field looking for some options here. Renee takes 1, 2 players. Number 4 for West is going to slide and get that ball off of Renee. Springdale still with possession of the ball. Jesus pushing up the field to get that ball from out deep. Israel now looking for a player to give it to Renee on this right side of the field. Looking for maybe a shot on goal that's going to be intercepted. West now pushing forward. Diego finding that ball. Great turn here from Diego. Still maintaining possession of the ball. And now Springdale with the throw in. Springdale losing possession of the ball here. Zero fighting to maintain possession there. West going all out defensively to get this ball off of Springdale. Mike looking for some options there. It's going to be cut off there defensively by West, number 12, Uriel Herrera. We do see a man on the ground here, but referee's going to play at advantage. Long shot here by Israel. Hole with the goal kick. This middle part of the field is proving to be very important for both of these teams. This is where we're seeing the majority of the plays develop. Midfielders getting the ball and pushing forward to their strikers. West now pushing forward on this left side. West looking for an opportunity. West is going to send it in. Danny coming in and getting that ball in the nick of time, clearing that ball. Great defensive effort there from number 3, Danny Navarro for Springdale. West looking for a way in the middle of the field. Now West with the long shot. It's going to be a goal kick for Springdale. So Sylvester looking for this goal kick here, looking like he's going to take it, and he does. Long ball here, trying to find it up top to the strikers. Gabriel here with some little flair there to get the ball on turnaround. Looks like we're seeing a situational change here. We're seeing Mike has certainly dropped off just a little bit, and maybe Israel has pushed up quite a bit. Seeing if Mike can find himself just a little bit better there as maybe a holding midfielder. And, just like I touched on last game, this is certainly also a mental game. It's psychological as well. Being able to come out here and play with talent and with passion is one thing, but being able to keep your head cool and focused while you're playing is absolutely another, and they are both critical to being able to play the best of your ability. And honestly, it can go either way depending on the game if you're not consistent and stable in the way that you're playing, not only on the field, but also the way that the game is developing emotionally as a player. West now continues to play. Number 10 for West on this right side of the field, looking to play. Danny right in front of him. So West looking to find a way in, getting some service in. Diego coming back and getting that header for the clearance. Oropeza there, ready for the header. Rene stealing the ball and running down this right side of the field with his support being Edwin Lara. Edwin and Rene pushing forward. We're seeing Springdale not really do a lot of supportive runs behind them. We're seeing a lot of these players stay back. And whenever we have these quick turnarounds of play, whenever we're seeing whether it be Rene or Edwin or any other player push up, we really need to see them all kind of move forward as a unit. That's really going to be decisive in the way that they get split up during a counterattack or whatever the case may be. Long shot here. We see Eric back on the pitch, the man who scored the goal for Springdale. We see Rene coming off the field, and we also see Alexis back on the pitch. Referee says play on. We continue now. Springdale having to act just a little bit defensively. Big clearance there from Sylvester. Gabriel now with the ball pushing forward. We're seeing Eric take back the ball, looking for his options. On the left side, finds Alexis. Alexis down this left side. Who does he have as support? We're not seeing a lot of these players come back and support him here. We're seeing Alexis getting that corner kick for Springdale, but we need to see a lot of his supporting players like Eric, and we need to see whichever players are holding that midfield position, pushing up and supporting him, because when he's going, he's not finding any players to pass it back to or to cross it to, and that's really proven to be a hard point for Springdale. They're not really able to execute these plays and take advantage of them as much as they need to be doing. Again, they're only up on the scoreboard 1-0. We do have about 25 minutes left in this second half, and we see that goals can happen very, very quickly, and they really need to be careful, and they need to get a little bit more cushion before they can start to play a little bit more comfortably. One thing we've seen quite a bit in this game so far, we're seeing a lot of players move around and try to find themselves throughout the field. We're seeing Mike, who's moved out quite a bit. We're seeing Gabriel, who's been moved around the pitch quite a bit as well. We're seeing a lot of players maybe looking for a spot that they're best suited for. Again, these games are dynamic, and what they might have been playing best in one game is not the same as another, even against the same team. West now, number 10. Springdale's Danny having to get that clearance deflected off the number 14 there. Confusion there. Sylvester with the safety for clearance. Israel now looking for a pass there. West switching the side of the play. West with the long service here. And that's going to be out of bounds. Goal kick now for Springdale. .23 minutes left on the clock. Edwin Lara back in. Eric Guerrero fighting for the ball on that side of the field. Stefan making a lot of leeway here, pushing quite a bit for West. When he's in, he has possession of the ball. He is pushing pretty aggressively, so Springdale, again, is pretty careful about watching for him, but they need to continue to do so for other players as well. Being that this lead is so fragile, they need to hold on to it as much as they can and try to really cushion it as much as they can as well with more goals. And that's exactly what Springdale's hunting for. Long cross here to Israel Torres. Israel still looking for the ball, still fighting for possession, looking to see who he can give it to. Mike with a big cross to Gabriel. Springdale now looking for a way in, looking for an opportunity. Mike setting himself up for a long shot here. Israel trying to pass that out wide. It's going to be stopped there by West. Oropeza holding the back, getting the ball now, looking for an opportunity to continue this assertive play here. Springdale really looking for an opportunity to continue to push. They're clearly looking for another goal here. And we're seeing a good bit of possession being held by Springdale in West's defensive half for the second half of the game. Springdale looking to be able to play here. Looking with Gabriel, looking to see what options he has to play through. Springdale looks like they're really trying to play a lot of through balls. Quite frankly, they're making it just a little bit too obvious. They need to be a little bit more spontaneous with their play, maybe holding possession for a little bit. Foul. Edwin Lara here is going to get a foul there for holding a player. It's going to be West now with the free kick. Pretty deep in their own defensive half. Long ball here from West. Sylvester getting the head on that. West trying to get a shot deflected. Now we're seeing Israel trying to push with the counter here. Trying to find a long ball to Alexis. Springdale asking for the handball. Referee is not going to call it. Danny for Springdale picking up that ball. Springdale now looking for an advancement. He has a couple of players. Alexis finds Israel. Israel looking for Eric. Eric finding the ball on this left side of the field. Will he do it again? One-on-one with the defender here. Certainly taking his time analyzing here. Defender pushing pretty aggressively here. We're seeing a throw-in for West. Springdale looking to maintain possession of the ball here. We see West putting quite a bit of pressure, trying to disrupt their style of play. And that's exactly what West needs to do if they want a shot at getting on the scoreboard, because Springdale, not only are they working very hard defensively, but they're also getting dangerous plays of their own. Referee is going to call that foul. We're going to get a time stoppage here. And we are going to see a card now, number 12 for West. Real Herrera is going to be receiving that yellow card. 17 coming on in his place, Josh Buxton. Springdale lining up for that service on that cross. Here's Sylvester taking that long ball. Referee's going to call that play back. He wants it on his whistle. Sylvester once again with that service. Goalkeeper for West getting the ball. Now referee's going to call that foul. West now playing out the back from the goalkeeper, number 4 to West. Springdale re-getting possession of that ball, playing out wide to Edwin. Edwin finds Alexis. Alexis looking for some options. Edwin back to Israel. Israel. West's defenders coming just in the nick of time whenever Springdale is pushing forward. West now having to defend there, missing the ball. Springdale having to go back. Almost had that opportunity at goal. Gabriel for Springdale, getting that pass. Springdale now moving forward with an opportunity for goal. Looking up for some options. Alexis is going to send that long, deep ball there for Eric. Eric looking to find that ball. It's going to be out of bounds now. Throw in for West. West with a substitution, number 5 coming off. Stefan. And in his place, Jonas Pearson. Springdale still with possession, looking to make a play here. Israel on this left side of the field. Israel finds Danny. Danny looking for some options, going to get that cross in. Header there, just over the goal from Eric. Eric just about had another one on him. Springdale, again, very close to an opportunity at goal here. .15 left on the clock. Springdale looking to push forward here. We see Alexis here dribbling the ball, losing possession. West not getting that ball. Great turn there from Alexis. Unfortunately, wasn't able to maintain possession of the ball. Substitution for West, number 14, coming off Matthew Breen. And in his place, number 8, Cole Caples. Sylvester with the clearance for Springdale, pushing the ball up. West getting the ball out of bounds there. Springdale now having to react quickly from the throw-in. Danny Navarro from Springdale's. Israel coming off for Springdale. As well as Eric, we're seeing Renee and Johnny come in. What seems to be happening here with the same rotation of players is Wheeler's wanting fresh legs as much as possible, so he's rotating these players out, giving them a couple of breathers, a couple of minutes for a breather, allowing them to really go back in the game, ready for some more plays here. Hard tackle here from West, number 17 here on Sylvester, and he's going to receive a yellow card for that, number 17, Josh Buxton. Thankfully, Sylvester seems to be uninjured. He's on his feet. Very, very strong player, Sylvester. So he took that tackle very, very well, but nonetheless, it was pretty egregious, and he is going to get the yellow card for that. "12 minutes left in this second half. We're going to see a foul there. Number 12 for Springdale, Diego, looking like he got hit pretty hard. He's on his feet. Good to go. That was going to be Jonas there on the foul. Throw in for West. West making him looking to make a quick play here. And another throw in for West. Long ball here. Alexis wanting to put pressure on that. Throw in now for Springdale deep in West's defensive half. Springdale still maintaining that 1-0 lead with about 10.5 minutes left in the second half. The winner of this game will determine who moves on to the semifinals against the winner of the following game coming up. That's going to be Heritage or Northside getting ready to play after this game. The winner of this game will face the winner of that following game. Here we go, Springdale with an opportunity. West getting it just inches away from behind the net. Great save there. Johnny Rodriguez there with the shot. And a great save there from West's goalkeeper, Leighton Hull. Springdale looking for another one here. Danny looking for a cross, long ball, just off target, and it's going to be a goal kick now. While the shot by Johnny was great, that all comes down to decision making and on that final touch. And that ball came with power. He just needed to put some placement on it. And it looks like there was just a little bit too much spin on it. West now pushing forward here with an opportunity of their own. Edwin Lara coming out of the back, get that ball and pushing forward. West still getting possession of the ball, looking for a way in. Going to get that long cross there. Diego is there to intercept that and get that defensive clearance now. Edwin with the long ball. Alexis having to chase that ball down. Goalkeeper for West, way out of his positioning. Now a throw in for Springdale. Seeing Springdale players push up. We're seeing Danny push up the defensive line here. Great cross there from Gabriel, looking to see the other side of the field, and that's exactly what we need to see him doing there. And he's doing just that great, playing in the positioning now. West now with an opportunity to push forward. Now with numbers looking for that long ball. Odo Peza getting it at his feet, playing it back to the goalkeeper for Springdale. Substitution for West. Number 5 coming on and number 6 coming off for West. And we're seeing Renee coming off for Springdale. And in his place, Eric Guerrero. About 7 minutes left on the clock for this second half. We'll resume play with a throw in from West. Ball stays in play now for a goal kick for Springdale. Throw in now for Springdale. Johnny Rodriguez can control that ball there. It's going to get service to Edwin. Sylvester with the clearance. Springdale looking for that push forward. Out wide to Danny. Danny looking across the field there. Springdale's Edwin Lara now on this right side of the field, still maintaining possession of the ball, looking for some options, going to get that cross in there. Johnny Rodriguez looking to get that shot. Great defensive effort there from West. Long shot here from Gabriel. Off target goal kick now for West. 5 minutes left on the clock. Springdale is still up 1-0. The fans here are starting to get riled up here. They're waiting, they're anticipating for these Bulldogs to win here. Just a couple minutes left on the clock. Winner of this game will move on to the semifinals. Springdale here looking to maintain possession and doing just that. Throw in now for West. Long ball here. West looking to get that long service. Goalkeeper for Springdale coming out comfortably in his possession. So Sylvester with the long service here over the goal. Goal kick now for West. Springdale, Alexis looking to get some service in, finding Eric. Eric with the defender. Eric still maintaining possession of the ball. And we are going to get a call there, free kick for West. Not exactly sure as to the reasoning. I believe it might have been whenever Eric was on the ground, he might have gotten that handball call there. We are in the last minute and 20 seconds of the second half. Springdale Bulldogs and Bentonville West Wolverines. Bulldogs up 1-0. Now we have Eric Guerrero pushing forward for Springdale. Getting cracked down on defensively, looking for his options out. Now he's getting 3 defenders on him, looking to see what his options are. Still maintaining possession of the ball, looking to get cross in. Less than a minute now left in the second half. Winner of this game will move on to the semifinals. Springdale up on the leaderboard 1-0. West now making a push forward. Now West with the long ball forward. West number 17. Clearance by Danny Navarro. West with an opportunity to get a shot on goal. Off target, 20 seconds left on the clock here. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Springdale Bulldogs move on to the semifinal, beating Bentonville West Wolverines 1-0. Wonderful goal by Eric Guerrero to put Springdale into the semifinal. Thank you so much for tuning in, and tune back in tomorrow for the semifinal. Springdale will be facing the winner between Heritage and Northside.